What a nice, lovely, quiet morning we're having here today, and that's about to be abruptly ruined. Fun fact, my window wipers don't work. So I have to use it by hand to get all the rain off. So why not go for a ride in the Caprice today? I got the day off work because it was raining this morning, and I figured I'd take you guys with me, and we'll go on a little cruise. And something I've wanted to talk about for a long time on the channel, just never really had an opportunity to. So I want to talk about it today. All in all, though, the weather outside is actually not too bad. It's a little cloudy, like no sun, but it's like 60 degrees. It actually feels really nice out. But something I want to talk about in the beginning of this video is the importance of keeping your car clean. A lot of you guys who are car guys who watch my videos probably already do. But have you ever gotten into someone's car and it was so filthy, like you just felt dirty just sitting in it? On my way to the gym this morning, I decided to clean up the Buick because I work construction, and obviously I clean that thing out like once a week because of all the dirt and mud and everything else that gets in there. So I'm cleaning it out, and I came to this thought of like, how do people look at my car when it's dirty? You know what I mean? Like, I usually don't care about people's judgment, but when people think I'm dirty, I don't like that because I try to be a very clean person. I try to keep my house clean, try to keep all my cars clean. And a lot of people argue like, oh, we're just a daily driver, why bother cleaning it? It's gonna get dirty again. If you have a lot of dirt, a lot of food, a lot of just things in your car that collect dust or can mold, are you breathing that in while you're driving your car? You know what I mean? Like, let's say you have a couple of rotten french fries under the seat, or a piece of meat or something that's rotting under the seat. If that's in your car and there's mold growing on it, you're breathing that in, aren't you? They say in order to breathe in mold, it needs to be kind of like stirred up and in the air, but it's still in your car. You know what I mean? It's had time to sit there and just grow hair. Ugh, mold is disgusting. That got me to thinking, if you have a lot of dirt and dust in your car, and let's say you turn on the heat on high, doesn't that stuff, I know you can't see it, but isn't it floating around in the air too? Like, how healthy is it to be driving a dirty, nasty car every single day? Like, I couldn't do it. Like, if my car smelled like rotten protein shake or like old spoiled milk, I would not drive it. I wouldn't fucking drive it because I think that's disgusting. I think it smells horrible. So like I said, I was going to the gym this morning. I had this thought on the way home. Let me know in the comment sections down below if you try to keep your car as clean as possible. I mean, obviously car guys do. I typically go to this one gas station out by my house where they have a free vacuum and they have trash cans there. So I just throw all my trash away and sweep the car out. About once a week, I try to keep it clean. I think it's a lot of things that non-car people don't really think about. Like, how many times have you seen someone drive down the road with like a mountain of laundry in the back seat or in the back window? And it's like, how can you even drive a car like that? How can you drive a car that is that filthy? Oh, I bet the smell is, ugh. I don't know. I can't do it. I'm not a messy person. I lost you guys. Sorry, my phone mount had a malfunction. But like I said, I don't know. That's just a thought I had to the day, is keeping your car clean and everything else like that. But yeah, this is what it's like driving around in the Cam Caprice. It's pretty quiet. It's not too bad. Honestly, a lot of people have kind of asked, like, is this Cam daily drivable for the BTR Stage 4? Honestly, it's not a terrible Cam if you want to daily drive it. Obviously, the biggest downfall is your miles per gallon. But if you're on E85, gas is typically cheap anyway. So it's one way of looking at it. This thing is on E85. On the highway, it gets about 18 miles per gallon. In the city, it gets like 10. So not terrible gas mileage, considering it's a big honking Cam and a V8. A very, very heavy four-door sedan V8. I recommend it for daily driving? Probably not, because I mean, you can probably go with the Stage 2 and probably get good performance and probably more daily drivability without having to get a torque converter or a stall or whatever you call them. So that's things to think about, obviously, if you want a BTR Stage 4 car. Like I said, I didn't really build this thing to be the ultimate daily driver. I just wanted something that sounded good, ran pretty good track times, and I could drive it anywhere. Just because you can drive it anywhere doesn't mean you should drive it all the time. The other thing I didn't think about when I canned my car was valve train noise. There is so much valve train noise. It doesn't matter what cam, what valve springs. I think it's more importantly on the headers. I think these are Manzo headers, and I want to get JBAs. They're a little more thicker, and they're not all like more expensive. I think they were twice the price. They were $600 for the JBAs, and the Manzos were like $300. So for an extra $300 to quiet the valve train a little bit, I might have to invest that money. Said it's not terrible. It is shaky, it is rattling, and it is loud. I'm not sure how well my camera is going to smooth out the bumps and the lopes of this Cam, but hopefully it does a decent job at it so you guys aren't getting motion sick. The fun part is pulling up to a stoplight in this car and people looking around trying to figure out what car's making that noise, and when they find out it's mine, they're just really, really confused because this doesn't look like a car TSWs on it, you might kind of be a little suspicious. But if I had the stock wheels on it in the spotlight, no, people would be left scratching their heads. Yeah, we're cruising around at about 50 miles an hour right now. Like I said, it's quiet. It's not crazy. It's not like extremely uncomfortable in here. You could definitely have a conversation. You can listen to the radio. You can still do the things you could do in a normal car, but it's just like the RPMs will kind of do like, they'll go like this, and then they'll kind of go up and then back down a little bit. You know, up and back down a little bit. I think that's because of the torque converter. That's just the nature of them. Little exhaust riff. These cars handle super well. Like, they're very smooth. They're very straight down the road. They take bumps very well. Obviously, I'm on a pretty bumpy road right now, and oh, that was pretty bad. And it seems like the camera is staying pretty stable for the most part. Like, it might make a lot of noise, but it's pretty smooth. These struts are pretty aggressive, so when you do go around a corner, they will bite and it will dig into that corner, which is super helpful if you're getting on or off the highway. Very, very helpful. So that way your body, you know, you're not way over here, you know, clinging on to life, trying to get on the highway. Nice and smooth. We're back at the house. Unfortunately, the weatherman lied and it started raining again. So I obviously had to hightail it home. It was kind of a panic because, like I said, my wipers don't work. I'll throw an exhaust clip somewhere else. But yeah, I figured I'd bring you guys on a drive along to see what it's like to ride around in a cammed cop car. It's like any other car, I guess, in case you guys are curious. But if you have any more questions about BTR Stage 4 cams or cam options for your Caprice, maybe fill your needs, maybe I can help answer your question. Feel free to leave them down in the comment sections down below. It has been Luke Waters, and I'll see you guys in the next video.